What's up, World Wide Web? E-Daddy, your angry guy, and I'm back after a long hiatus for the start of what we're officially going to call Season 4. For those who have not really watched the show a whole lot, I review different things, different toys, different items, stuff like that, till I have an entire man cave full of stuff. Who have not really watched the show a whole lot, I review different things, different toys, different items, stuff like that, till I have an entire man cave full of stuff. Whether it be Motu, Transformers, G.I. Joes, Ghostbusters, Godzillas, WB, WWF, Voltron, Ninja Turtles, hell, Barbie if we become that desperate. Now, unlike a lot of reviewers, they'll say a lot of nice things about stuff. Anybody knows me knows that sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. Depends on what kind of mood I'm having that day. And how I honestly feel about what I'm going to be taking a look at. Now, I'm going to, before previous 3 seasons, I'd review like the character I was talking about that day. So I'm going to cut that out. We're going to take a look at the toy and go from there. And we're going to go, I'm going to take a good look at all this, see how it honestly stands up compared to, you know, if we've got, okay, in the Origins case, we've got the original 80s vintage toys we can take a look at to compare it to. We've also got the classics. If we got a classics version, we can take a look at it too. So, sit back, enjoy, as today we take a look Alright, that means we're going to take a look at the Origin Sky Sled. Now, a lot of these, when they first released the Origins figures, this was part of Wave 1, and they had a short run at the beginning. Now, as we're getting a little bit further into the line, they're starting to release more waves. You're starting to find more Sky Sleds at the stores. Or at least that's what it seems like for me around here. So, needless to say, you know, originally, you know, if you got them, you got them when they originally first came out. They were first being put on the shelves, which we all know, you know, for the first few months, Walmart had exclusive rights until 12 a.m. on January 1st of 2021. After that, they lost their rights. So now you're not only finding them at Walmart, you're finding them at Target, so on and so forth. So, how does this Sky Sled really kind of look, you know, and everything compared to what we've seen before? It's a great update for a vintage toy that we had back in the day. I guess I can point that way. There's a lot of cool little features to it, stuff that we didn't have with the vintage one. There's also some cool features that we didn't even get with the classics one. Not to mention the kick-ass box work. The artwork we got on the box is fantastic. So, let's take a look. We'll start with the box version to start out with. Alright, so, starting out with, One, you've got the see-through where you can actually see it. Does come with Prince Adam. We're not going to cover him today. It's a whole another time. But right off the bat, you look at the beautiful artwork done for not only there, but on the back. Of course, it says modern posing retro play. The jet-powered rescue rocker. Or rocket, my bad. Damn. They modernized and celebrating the 80s masters, did a lot more great things with it. As I said, you gotta appreciate the box artwork, just right off the bat. Okay. So, you get these things, you just get one. I've got two of them. Actually, I've got more like four. But anyways, you can do a lot of cool things with these things. Not only do you got the stands to go through to make them look like, they're flying through the air. You've got a movable blaster cannon on the front. Take that off, man. You got this. Should be flying through the air. You've got a lot of great detail for these, honestly. Now, the cool thing I liked was, and I'll get to this here in a little bit with the vintage, but I'll show you. But we couldn't do this with the vintage. These plates come off, so that way you can go through. Where I've got my other one here. I've got one set up for the heroes, one's for the villains. You've got different plates to go on the sides of these. They just pop right back into place. Not only that, let me put this back on. Not only that, but you can go through, pop these heads straight off. So whenever you change up, and you change everything out, you can go through, switch heads, because you get, not only do you get the griffin head, but you get the snake head as well. Case in point, it's cool. You can go through and you can set them up, get multiples of these, have them set up to where you've got your heroes riding on the one with the griffin on it, your evil warriors riding the ones with the snake head. You really can't beat that. Like I said, they did a great job, detailing everything all the way over, including the control panel up underneath on the back side there. Side guns, everything for, that you would, we wish we had, and kind of more like what you've seen with the Filmation cartoon. It ain't cartoonish like, but it was the way it needed to honestly be. Alright, so, like I said, we got the Origins one. Really cool, badass looking. Here I've got the Vintage one. As we know, the Vintage one came with the battle ram. You could separate this off the rest of the ram. That way you could have your jet sled flying through the air. Got lucky, you could go through and you could actually find some with the snake heads on them, which was really cool. Back in, you didn't have anything as far as the thrusters in the back. You had stickers going through for the everything on front. Gun was pretty standard right where it was at on the Vintage one. For the 80s, it worked. Also, you take a look at the size difference. A little bit bigger. I mean, not by much, but a little bit bigger. Alright, now, versus the classics. Now, honestly, you look at the bottom side here, got a little bit more of a detail for the classics one. Actually had better detail all the way around on the classics, but we know what the classics were meant for. We know what origins are meant for and everything. But, you know, gun port wasn't movable, or for the gun ports down below, or the cannon out front. He did have a lot more detail, but like I said, you know, it was bringing up to date, you know, with the 21st century. Also, you couldn't go through, switch out these, switch out the head. For that, you had to get the character Sky High with his jet sled. Now, they did make sure, you know, whenever you... This also came with the battle ram. You can still pull it off. However, you know, you had the thrusters in the back, much like you do with the Origins one. Oh, it was like pretty damn good for, you know, updating the vintage here. You know, bringing it to the 21st century. Okay, so all in all, like I said, this is a, you know, an updated version of the vintage brought up to the 21st century for not only us collectors who loved the Masters Universe, but also for a new generation of kids. I know my little 7-year-old, soon to be 8, he absolutely loves playing with them. Of course, I got what, that's why I've got like 4 of the jet sleds away, or 4 of the sky sleds away. He can go through, and if he wants to beat them, well, I've got a spare set that stays up on a shelf when I'm staring actually right at them. But all in all, it was a cool update for them. Definitely an excellent choice for Mattel to go through when they re-kicked off the Masters of the Universe line, to get, you know, for the first ride into the series. Great choice right there. Do I have some objections about it? Yeah, I really wish the cannons on the side would have been able to flap in and out, you know, so way, you know, if you want to have your, you know, saying shooting off in different directions, you could. Would have been nice. Also, other than that, I really don't have too much to complain about on that one. Detail wise, looked really good. They could have made the handles just a little smaller. This way, the characters that are supposed to grip, that can grip the handles, it kind of expands their hands out a little bit. But I mean, you still get them to hold, but it's a little rough on that one. And also, nice part is they put like little pegs. I don't know if I pointed that out or not, but if I didn't, put little pegs right here, and each one of the characters got little holes in their feet, so you can go through and pop them in right there, so it looks like they're standing on there, much like they always did, you know, in the cartoons. Okay, price point wise, if you compare it to the classics, which was ungodly outrageous as far as price goes, this one ain't too bad. 25 bucks, or no, 30 bucks, my bad. 30 bucks. Not only you get the Sky Sled with the stand, with the pieces where you can switch it out between the Heroes Sky Sled or the Evil Warrior Sky Sled. Plus you got Prince Adam. 25 bucks. That was actually a really good price for these. Really was. So you couldn't really go wrong there. Not one bit. Alright, so that was our look at the Master Universe Origins Sky Sled. We compared it up next to the vintage Sky Sled and the classic Sky Sled. They never made one for 2000X. I know they made a Battle Ram, but they did not make a Sky Sled. And thank God they didn't make one for New Adventures. But that's for another time, date, and story. I'm Daddy, your angry guy. And until next time, hit those stores. Buy this stuff. Introduce your kids if you got them to this. Not anything else. Keep them for later on down the road. I've got them on the wall. I've got them loose here on the shelf back behind the camera. Watch. Look, 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 look. You can't go wrong there. Plus that, it's really cool. There's stuff you can do with this stuff. But anyways, but the more we buy this stuff, help get it out of stores, we can go through and they'll keep getting more stuff, newer stuff into these stores. So it's great. Buy from your local stores. Will it be Walmart, Target, wherever. If they're carrying them, buy them. Please don't piss me off by buying from other people that are charging an outrageous arm and a leg for them. We know what the price point is on this stuff, guys. But anyways, I'm Daddy, your angry guy. Till next time, keep on collecting.